Adam. Adam. Nkyaliwo.
Hey guys, what's up? It is Tadom Lifestyle Show and I'm very, very excited today. Oh, my guest today is an Englishian. Is that what they say? Englishian. So today that means I have to speak English until Paka last. Oh my God. I pray I make it. But anyway, I am very excited to have you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. You just need to press that subscribe, that red button. It's all you need to do and you will have done me good. My name is Precious Remy Queen Ma, the queen herself, and Ray P. Ladies and gentlemen, with you, welcome the guest for today on the show. Hi, darling.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh
I'm so
my
happy
God.
to be on your show.
Thank you so much. This is our YouTube channel show that we do just to let people out there know the other side of their celebrities, because they only know you as an artist. Most times they know you as an artist, so we want to know the other side of Angela Katatumba.
Okay.
So first, say hello to the viewers.
Hi viewers, thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe. Just like she said, I'm Angela Katatumba, and I'm so excited to be on the show today.
Okay, so this show is a little bit inspirational. We get to talk about a lot,
Okay.
like a lot. So we first and foremost, we want to know briefly, who is Angela Katatumba?
You know, it sounds like a simple question, but that's like the hardest question.
Why?
It's so hard for somebody to say, tell me who you are, you know? It's so hard. Okay, my parents, His Excellency Boni Katatumba,
Yeah,
may he rest in peace.
yeah.
My mom, Gertrude Katatumba, proprietor of AFK Beauty Clinic.
Okay,
I have 7 brothers. Unfortunately, one passed away, and I have an older sister.
okay.
Um,
So you're the second born?
I am I have a twin called Ujirwa Katatumba.
Okay.
We are the twins. We are the third.
You're the
There's
third.
Rosemary, Alan, Dennis. We are the fourth.
You're twins?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're the fourth in
So
9.
are you Nakato or Babide?
Babidi.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're still telling us?
I went to school at the Katatumba Academy in Imbarara, and then we left for high school in Canada.
Okay.
And then my dad enrolled us in university at Oxford Brookes University. I got my law degree, economics degree, and master's in international management. And then I went to, I got married in England, in the UK, to an African American.
How old were you when you got married?
Oh my God, I was in my teens.
Teens.
Yeah.
Like how old?
Yeah, we don't say ages. We do not do it. But just
Angela
to
hates
know,
talking about age. Okay.
yeah, because I think age puts people in a box.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And people
Yeah.
have different abilities. So that's why we don't talk about age. You know, politicians don't even say their ages anymore, because
I know.
you may be ready to run the country for the next 100 years, you know, but because of the age, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
Okay.
And then I got married. I was too young. It was my first boyfriend.
Okay.
And then it didn't work out. My first heartbreak, it didn't work out.
Okay, actually, before we can even go there, how was life you as a child growing up? Were you stubborn? Because I don't want us to ask how was life. Was it smooth? Was it hard? Because we all know she's coming in from a rich family, so life must have been good. So how was life you as a person growing up? Were you stubborn?
Growing up with 7 boys, it molds you. So
Okay.
obviously, a lot of people don't know that I'm more of a tomboy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I'm a hustler, like I'm a go-getter, like I love challenges, like I work, you know what I'm saying? I don't take things personal. I don't have girlfriends, you know, so
Okay.
my character was more molded towards the boys. I thank God for that.
Okay.
So we were, of course, we were very stubborn, and just happy kids, stubborn, name it.
Angela Katatumba is a what? Which tribe are you?
Tribe, I am a quarter of everything. Well, Munyankole officially, because my
Okay.
grandfather is Munyankole.
Okay.
But my grandmother, my dad's mother, was an Ethiopian.
Okay.
And then my mom's dad was a Luganda, and her mom was a Mutoro. So officially, because we follow the father, Munyankole, but I'm a quarter of everything.
People want to know, is it true Angela Katatumba does not speak Luganda? Like you don't know Luganda completely?
I am trying to learn it, but understand my situation. When we were, first of all, my dad always ran an English household. He never wanted us, because We grew up in Nairobi. You'd have gatekeeper is Kikuyu, the maid is Masai, the mom is Munyankole, Oba Muganda, Mutoro, the dad is. He said, no, I don't want that confusion. I just want my kids to learn English.
Okay.
Then from Nairobi, we went to the Katatumba Academy. In the Katatumba Academy, you were either expelled or suspended for speaking vernacular.
Wow.
So after that environment, we went to Canada. Then we went to England, then Chicago. And then where was I going to get the opportunity to learn English when all my Luganda, if all my surroundings are English, you know? So now I'm forced to speak it now in interviews.
Okay.
Okay,
you know? Just in case you because someone would love to know, like, how far have you gone? Have you learned anything, like greeting? Chicho is mu Luganda. Actually, when I say Chicho is mu Luganda, do you get that?
What have I learned?
Okay, yes. Chicho is yo.
Of course, to greet people, okubuuza abantu, muli mutya, you know. Kubala sente, it's very hard for me.
Kubala sente.
I can count obviously, but I mean 10,000, 100,000. Is it chikumi? Is it chikumi? Is it
mutwalo? Ebiri.
That's the confusing.
Ne sente nazo tozima tonaziga.
At all.
Okay, ojja kuzimpa nganze kuyambeko.
So I'm learning, and Onyankole I'm even worse. Luganda, I'm forced because of interviews and the employees, the staff speak Luganda. So I'm forced to, when we want something done, we have to understand each other, you know. So those are the few times I'm being forced to learn. So I would say now maybe 20%, but it's hard. And I'm not interested in learning either because, you know, if you have the interest, you learn it easier.
Okay.
And not having interest doesn't mean I don't respect it because, you know, my mom is half Luganda.
Okay.
It just means that I'm not interested in learning. Like,
however much she's half Muganda, does she speak Luganda? Does she know it?
Too well, of course.
Okay.
My mom is real Muganda, or her dad was Muganda.
Okay.
So, life, you just get into life, you're making money, hustling, So there's really no time to go and study a language. That's what I'm talking about when I say there's no interest for that. So I'm kind of learning on the street, you know, on ground.
How long have you been here, like in Uganda? And okay, before you can get to Uganda, how long did you stay? Where did you live to come to Uganda? Chicago?
Chicago, yeah.
Okay, how long did you stay in Chicago?
I was there for almost 8 years.
Wow.
And then in England for like almost 6. Like I was away for a while, you know? And then...
Where did you get married to?
I got married in Oxford, in the UK.
In the UK.
And then we moved, because he was African American, then we moved to Chicago.
Oh.
That's where he was from.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how was life, you being married as a child? Did you give birth when you were in that marriage?
No.
Why?
Thank God, no. The funny thing is, it just kind of never came up.
Okay.
We were together for officially 8 years.
Okay.
On paper.
Okay.
But on ground for 2 years, then I left.
Wow.
So,
why did you leave?
Oh my God. After 6 months of us being married together, I was the breadwinner. I was the one, you know, taking care of the family, doing everything. And I think he felt intimidated about that. He was not encouraging. So one day I decided to leave one job that was paying me 80,000 a year because I wanted to get one that was going to pay me 100,000 a year.
Okay.
And he was like, you can't do that. And then we argued about it. Then I left the job anyway because I'm like, look, I know my capacity. I have all these degrees from Oxford and everybody wants to hire me. So I know I can do it. But he was always so negative. You can't. You're an African, you're black, you're a woman. You know, people who are just negative. And my dad was the opposite. He brought us up to be so positive.
Okay.
Everything is possible. So when I lost the job, I left the job and then he was angry. Then he left me. First time he left me, and it was the worst heartache I've ever felt in my life. It was horrible.
Okay, before we can get that, were you really in love with this person?
Yeah, he was my first boyfriend.
Okay.
He was my first everything.
So how did you even take on this step? Because most women don't want to be the breadwinners in relationships. So how did you take on this step, knowing that, you know what, I am the breadwinner in this relationship, and, you know, stuff like that? Because most of the time, women are so dependent.
I know. They're trained to be dependent. Women are trained to be dependent, which is so wrong.
Yeah.
But my dad trained me to be independent.
Okay.
And so meaning it was just natural for me automatically to get the job. Okay, don't worry, we're going to get a house. You know, that's me.
And it was okay.
And it was, I didn't mind it.
Okay.
But you know, for him, he just wasn't comfortable.
Just like
with
a
it.
man, just like a real man, you just cannot, a real man, you just can't be comfortable. Sit.
No, yeah, you can't be comfortable, but don't now discourage me.
Yeah,
Then,
true.
Then you
Yeah,
do something.
true.
Be uncomfortable and do something.
Exactly.
But don't be uncomfortable and now discourage.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
was making almost 80K a year. He was making 17, and I didn't
Wow.
mind. I just loved him, and I didn't mind. I don't mind. I love working. You know. So that's why he was unfair. So when I decided to lose the job, he was so angry,
Okay.
and he was very violent. He never hit me. He never touched me.
So which kind
But
of
had I
violence?
stayed,
Okay.
Had I stayed, it was going to reach. So he used to grab a table, throw it on the wall, break everything, break box walls, break everything, break.
Wow.
The minute he hears something he doesn't like, everything's broken. Everything, anytime he listens to something he doesn't like. So he
Weren't you scared because
intimidating.
however much this person was not violating you physically?
He was going to start.
Exactly.
Had I stayed, that was going to be the next step. So the first time he left, I was so traumatic. You know, even I didn't even mind the violence. I'm like, my first boyfriend, we can get through this. My husband, we're married. You know, and he was, and I went on the ground and I held his ankles and I cried. I'm like, baby, you can't leave. We are married. I was young. I cried. I got so depressed. I was 100 kilograms at the time. I lost 38 kilograms in 3 weeks. All I
Wow.
ate was ice. Crying, ice. That's it.
Before you getting married, or because I know, of course, we choose our partners. Were you in contact? Like, were you talking to your parents? Were they in support of this? You getting married, and then this relationship, were you telling them that, you know what, I'm the person supporting this? Were they okay? No.
And that's where I think I went wrong, obviously, because actually it wasn't even me going wrong per se. It's just the situation. My parents were in Uganda. Here I am in England. I'm doing my master's degree. Who was there to teach me? I'm in love now, and we just shocked our dad. Oh, we're getting married. Actually, it's my twin brother who reported us to our dad. Angela's a secret. I'm like, you guys.
You were staying with your twin brother?
No,
that side?
he was in university, but he was staying in the hall, the boys' hall, and I was.
Okay.
So he reported us, and then my dad was like, no, feel free. And he was very encouraging. He goes, I can't stop you, but I just have to pray for you and just encourage you. Because when you tell kids they can't do something, that's when they want to do it.
Yeah.
He said it's better even to learn through experience. So no problem. He just let us get married.
So things don't work out. You call him again?
Yeah,
What did he say?
that was the most shocking part.
Okay.
Because I was used to this life of when we're in England, Papa, I need money, 5,000 pounds, put it on the account. Papa, now I need money, 2,000, put on the account. Papa. That's what I was used to.
Okay.
Now when Alonso left,
We're coming there. Don't worry, darling.
okay. So when Alonso left, right, I was devastated, I was depressed, but I didn't want to scare my parents.
Okay.
So I called my parents and I said, Papa, the marriage has failed. He's left. Can I come home? He's like, no, young girl, you don't do that.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, send a ticket. He's like, I'm not sending anything. You're now his responsibility. You have to grow up. You have to learn to hustle. You know, the best I can tell you is pray and read the Bible. But hearing my dad say no for the first time was a bigger shock even to me than I think the marriage even failing.
Okay.
What? You mean Papa can say no? And anyway, he wouldn't have said no had he known the real situation. That's the truth.
Okay.
Because I didn't tell him I had no money. I've left the job and I was stuck. I didn't say all that. I just said, oh, he's left. Can I come home?
But why did you choose to leave the job?
Because I wanted to get a better one. That was a job that was earning me $80,000 a year. I wanted the one of 100.
I thought you would leave the other one after confirming for the 100.
No, because people need you to come for interviews, and
Okay.
when you're at a job, you're committed. I'm not free enough to have to do interviews. People say, come here for interviews, come downtown for interviews, come to Minnesota for an interview, take a flight to come here for an interview. I needed to be free, and thank God I was, because that's what happened. When he left, my dad said, get a job. I started applying. Sure enough, they called me for an interview to Minnesota. I had to catch a flight. So thankfully, I was so depressed. I lost the 38 kilograms on ice, sad.
How did you get over it?
I listened to my dad's advice telling me to read the Bible, the book of Job, and to look for a job.
Okay.
Thank God the book of Job was so encouraging. You see somebody going through a zillion times much worse. Much worse. You know what I'm saying? And here I'm crying just because of my first boyfriend left them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it encouraged me. The Bible was so encouraging. And I looked for a job and I got the job. Then I went to
Okay.
Minnesota. And then he came back. After 3 weeks, he came back. After
Okay.
that whole traumatic event, he came back. That's when I realized, man, you know. So he came back crying, I want you back. So I was happy to get back into the relationship. We got back. But I think the damage was already done. I became resentful. I started not, he was never home before. Before the marriage, he was always home by 3, 4, 5 a.m. every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
All I remember of my marriage was crying in bed, when is my husband coming home? That was my marriage. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't realize. Now, when he came back, I was busy. He was always home by 5 p.m. making me candlelit dinners, roses, chocolates. Now he
Okay.
was a saint. But I think the damage had already been done.
Okay.
And I was not interested anymore. And eventually I'm the one who just left. Yeah, I just left.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you decided to leave, did you stay there working, or when you left the marriage, or when you were done with the marriage, you decided to come back home here?
Actually, the very point when I decided to leave was when my family, my parents flew to Chicago to see us.
Okay.
And my dad gave him 10,000 US dollars cash
Wow.
to go and buy a house. Because he said, no, Angela is the breadwinner, but I know she's the breadwinner, but I want to be respectful to her husband. I'm giving this to both of you. Go and, instead of renting, instead of her paying for rent, pay for a mortgage.
Wow.
And you know what he said? He said, Mr. Katatumba, thank you so much, but we don't need any handouts. My dad's like, no, it's not a handout. It's a family. We're helping. He says, no, I made my mistakes. I love my woman. I'm going to do this myself. My dad is like, please, it's not to offend you. And then he was like, we're not even ready for a house. My dad is like, why not? He goes, what if the electricity goes out? And my dad is like, don't you have yellow pages? You look for an electrician. He goes, what if the plumbing goes off or whatever? My dad is like, those same yellow pages, you'll find a plumber. He's like, no, nothing. Thank you, Mr. Katatumba. Here's your $10,000.
How did you feel about that?
That was the best thing that happened, because that's the day I knew these emotions that I was feeling of resentment when he came back.
Yeah.
It made me realize, oh my God, I am so ambitious. I work hard, and he was just the total opposite. You know what I'm saying? That's the day I realized I'm in the wrong chapter here. My parents, with my dad, he went and got me a house. He paid for the closing costs and everything in Chicago, bought me a condominium, and then that's where I moved to.
Okay.
And then I was there for a few years, and then then after 2 years, my parents called me to come back to Uganda for holiday. Then I stayed here for 5 years, and then he asked me. Then Alonzo was like, "But you know, because when I left, I told him we just need some space." Well, he's the one who said, "Do you want some space?" I said yes. So I went to the condominium. I never gave him my phone number, never gave him anything.
Wow.
And then after that, all he hears, I don't even know how he found me in Uganda. You know, he was like, yo, I'm seeing on the internet, I Googled you, and you're Beyonce now? I'm like, well, I wish, Uganda, here, they think the money is the same. But then he's like, when are you coming back? That was after 5 years of me being in Uganda.
What?
And I said, I'm not coming back. He's like, but I'm your husband, you need to come back home. I'm like, I'm not coming back. This is my home now. Uganda's my home. He's like, what about the marriage? I'm like, I'm done.
I'm done. You guys didn't file for the divorce or something?
So he now tried to threaten me by sending me divorce papers. I received them with my dad. We laughed. My dad said, don't worry. We went to a notarized, somewhere in Kampala where they notarize. My dad paid for the notarization. We signed everything for the divorce. Just signed the papers, not negotiation, nothing. Signed, and then I DHL everything back to him. Then he sent me an email 2 days, because my dad DHL the papers to him express.
Wow.
Please don't even wait. And then
Your dad was fed up.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, he knew. It was a joke. Then he emailed saying that was fast, and then I replied that was not fast enough.
Wow.
That's how my marriage ended.
By just a text message, that wasn't fast enough.
On email.
Anyway, we're still having Angella Katatumba for you. Hope you guys are enjoying the story. She was married. Oh my God. Oh my God. So the teens out there, I think you can realize these are some of the things that we learn from some people's interviews. So you just don't have to panic so much into relationships. You can still date someone for some good time before you can start up a marriage. So Angela, you settle up here.
Yeah.
So you didn't get another job the other side. You quit.
The job that I
got
and I was doing well, but I think I my mom said I sounded depressed, and truly, I felt tolerated in the U.S. Uganda, I felt celebrated. So when my
Okay.
mom said, come for a 2-week holiday, that ended up 3 months, that ended up 6 months, and then I decided to stay. You know, I just felt happy here.
Okay.
You know? So that was it. That was the end of jobs, and my dad's like, run the properties, you know, and then do your music. So they both encouraged me. And I thank God that they did, because I've never been happier. You know, Uganda, I feel celebrated. There's family. The weather is never ending. It's so good.
Wow.
You know, the people are so loving, so encouraging. There, it's so individualistic. Racism issues there. It's not worth it.
Okay. So how do you start music?
And my
How do
parents
you
encouraged
realize?
me. They were like, you know, because my dad was paying $40 an hour
Okay.
in Canada for me to go for vocal training.
Oh, okay.
And also, when we had talent shows, I was always winning my talent shows. So they're like, you love music, you've done your degrees, we're proud of you, do your music.
Okay.
And that's when my dad and my mom encouraged me, both of them. And that's when I went to studio. I did Standing in the Rain, I Live For You, which was my first hit. Then I did Siche Taga with Baby Cool. So all these I was doing back and forth on holiday, and, you know, trying to come back, you know, between living in Uganda, living in the US.
Okay.
So yeah, that's when I started doing the music commercially, and I started off with hits, thank God. I think, but only because of my dad, because of who he was. I'll
Okay.
not take credit for that. So yeah, it was so easy for me. And he introduced me to all the right people and took me to all the important interviews. He was my manager.
So how is the industry at the moment, you without your dad, mostly?
You know, when my dad passed in 2017, to show you the impact of my dad's passing, I was not interested in music. I didn't want interviews. So many media houses called, and I'm like, nah, I'll call you back. I didn't do any interviews. I was just not interested in
Okay.
music. I just felt like my engine had died. You know, a car moving without an engine,
Exactly.
that was 100%
Yeah.
me. Up till today, it was too much. Yeah, that was too much of a blow.
So after the other one, he was called who?
Alonzo.
Alonzo. Did you get someone else?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, like how many?
Please.
The way she said, like, oh.
I mean, of course. I even had Greater Loves. I even enjoyed Love More. You know,
Okay.
because that was my first. You know, it's your first. You can't compare. You
Don't you
know.
have this feeling that probably maybe this person is coming in for me because I'm a rich person, like I'm coming from a rich family
yeah.
or something like that? Don't you get intimidated
In Uganda,
with that?
yes.
Okay.
In Uganda, that's the truth. Is I always ask, and that's why I take my time with men.
Okay.
That's why I take my time with men.
Okay.
On everything, because I have to study the situation. Do you want me for my money? Is it because of my family?
And what makes you think?
Is it my dad's properties? What do you want? You know, because it's a reality. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, what makes you think, or what makes you identify this person is probably different from this one?
Oh, eventually.
What do you look at?
Oh, eventually, if your man is, you know, spending and he really wants to spend on you, and he's, you know what
But
I'm
those
saying?
are tricks men use here in Kampala, my darling.
but maybe a trick, but for how
If
long?
a man wants more, if a man wants more, more, he will invest, honey. Even if it means even if it means him buying you a Range Rover, buying you a house, he will do these things because in return he's expecting beyond that.
Okay. So maybe I'm in those investment stages where the men are investing, and I love those investments. Keep them coming. But that's part of the studying. That's why I give it time. 3, 4, 5 months. I'm studying. I'm watching. You.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't rush into things with men. I first study the situation. I study you. And those are the questions. Do you love me for me? Really? Is it because I'm famous? Is it because of my dad's properties? What is it? And time always tells.
Okay.
Time always tells.
And so we saw you in this scandal, like, oh my God, we just saw you telling us on
scandals.
screen. Besides even the other scandal of Chicken Tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, we saw you. Who is that one now?
Chicken Tonight was just an unfortunate situation that went south. Kuzi came into the country, Jamaican, and by then I was still like, you know how I've been dipping in and out of music. Like music, I'm in a bit, then I'm out. Like I'm there. I've always taken it like a hobby.
Yeah.
So here comes Kuzi's manager, calls me saying, we're looking for a vocalist. We've been recommended to you.
Okay.
can you come to the studio to do some songs? We did 2 songs, Out of
Okay.
My Head and They Don't Care About Us with Kuzi. You know that studio excitement, fire, happiness, hey. Then we go to Chicken Tonight. Kuzi wanted to get something to eat. Actually, we both did. So we go to Chicken Tonight. Now, Kuzi, you know Jamaicans and Nigerians, the way they talk, they are so authoritative and so aggressive in their speech.
Okay.
If you don't understand them, you like the Chicken Tonight guys, they got
And
intimidated.
Not even just that. Mostly if they're talking to Amuganda, because you know Bagandas are very,
They're
very
the total
respectful.
opposite. Exactly. They're,
Yes.
they're respectful, they're calm,
they're
they're cool,
calm,
you know.
yes.
So even I understood that.
Yeah.
So he was so these guys got intimidated.
Okay.
These Chicken Tonight guys got intimidated. That's the truth. What they decided to do is to surround Kuzi, which even aggravated him more. And then before you know it, the Chicken Tonight guys start beating Kuzi.
Wow, that was wrong.
So as they beat Kuzi, as a woman, my dear, I'm not a boxing champion. I'm just a woman who's here with a friend. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If somebody starts beating you now, I walk away. I have to be to stop. You know,
Exactly,
I have to try to stop.
Yeah.
So when I tried to hold this guy's hand, who was the security guard, who was doing his worst on Kuzi, because there is a corner that they beat Kuzi. They even plucked out his dreadlocks. There's a corner, a blind spot there. So I went and I'm like, you're going to kill him. I'm like, holding him. Eh? The security guy now turned all the anger on me.
And pushed you.
This guy knocked me out. Boom. I was knocked out. So, of course, then I opened a case, 2 cases. The criminal case, the guy who hit me, I was sentenced in January to 1.5 years in prison.
Okay.
And then I also opened a case on the management of Chicken Tonight.
Okay.
Because really, is this how you train your employees?
Exactly.
To beat up their people if they're intimidated? You just call police.
Because there's so many cases where we go to places and then even the person insults you.
Do you
Even
start
insult you, you
fighting?
start fighting, I know.
You walk away. You know what I'm saying? And so the management of Chicken Night, I'm demanding 600 million. So that's the case now that we're following up on. So there was just...
Oh, how far is it? Have they paid you yet? Or
Not
how?
yet.
Okay.
The criminal one is closed. The
Okay.
guy went to prison.
Okay.
1.5 years for hitting me.
Okay.
Now the real one, where the money is, the management. You will pay for the damages, for all of the nonsense stupidity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where. So that one is starting this year
Okay.
at Civil Division in High Court.
Okay.
So that just went south. That was a horrible
But don't you think,
experience.
because someone out there might think that, you know, because this is a child of a rich family, so anything is possible, because at times people think it's all about money. Like when you have money in Uganda, you can do anything that you want. Because those are some of the things that I had. Like because she's a rich person, so they just went in all drunk, and then they started insulting people inside there. That
How
is why
many
they were
drunkards
hit.
do we see in our establishments? Do we beat them? So in Governor, they should start beating everybody. People are drunk, you know what I'm saying? So if you think they are drunk, that's even worse. That's
Yeah.
even a worse excuse. You beat drunkards. Instead, you should pity drunkards if you think they are drunk. That's not an excuse to beat them up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And on what you're saying is, court cases are not cheap. That's the truth.
Okay.
They're not cheap. So if you have somebody who's ready to take you to court, that means they have the money to back it up, because it's very expensive to hire lawyers. It's expensive. Running a court is very expensive, you know. So that's where now I had to I don't have to fight. I just have to go to court. So for me, that's how I always say, guys, stop the violence. If you feel like somebody has offended you that much, first of all, walk away. Second of all, if it's that serious, go to court. That is how people fight these days diplomatically. Not no.
Okay, leaving that aside, we see you start up a new relationship with this big, famous artist, producer. How did you guys meet up, first and foremost?
2019, I got a new manager, Ocean.
Okay.
And he was like, we have to get back into the game. I wasn't interested at all. Area music, I didn't even want to hear. He was like, Angela, you have to get back into music. You have to. And I want you to work with Andre. I'm like, who's Andre? I didn't even know who Andre was.
Okay.
But he insisted for like 2.5 months. I'm like, guy, okay, we go. That's how that happened. So I went to Andre, and he recorded Tone La Vida. And that's how we met. Obviously, you know, you met and we just hit it off. Yes.
Darling.
So that's how the new relationship started. After recording the song, Andre asked me out. We went on a few dates, and then we just, got
This looks like
entangled.
this similar story that we having for the same girls, like most artists who hit his studio and then in the end he asks them out, or there and then, like, you have to accomplish something. Let me touch your boobs, or probably let me touch your soft, but anywhere you get. So don't you think probably that is the same?
Pattern.
Yeah.
I think that somebody can tell when it's fake and when it's not.
Okay.
I've heard this girl saying that he refused to give me my song, he refused to release it. I didn't have any of those issues
Okay.
with me, one. So that shows it was genuine. I wasn't on any gunpoint to like him. It was genuine. And if anything, that boy did it all for me. He wrote an amazing song for me. It's the #1 song in the country right now, Tone Rabida.
Yeah.
You know? He treated me like a princess. Andre, I have no qualms. If he does that with others, there's always two sides to a story. So if that's what he did with the others, then they know their story best. But I know with me, he was such a gentleman all the way.
Okay, so what happened? Why did you guys break up?
Well, we started dating, but with relationships, sometimes you fail to agree. And we had reached a point where we were not agreeing with each other. And I decided to walk away instead of, staying there and forcing life and pretending. And then we start domestic violence issues. I think women should have the confidence and to know their self-worth. And if things are not working out, just walk away.
Okay.
So that's what happened. I walked away in January.
Because so many people out there, I've not had so many cases, people coming out to be like, okay, I broke up with my partner simply because he refused to test, something like that. Because most people's question is, how would you spend with this person for all that while? And he had not yet tested. How were you spending life? How were you spending time together?
Yeah.
Ample time, like, we adults. How were you spending this ample time when he has not tested? And then all of a sudden, you come out and be like, oh, me and Andre, we broke up because he did not test.
Spending time, like I told you, I take time to study, guys.
Okay.
We can be dating, but hey, that doesn't mean we are sleeping with each other. Me, I
No
take my
cookie.
time I take my time when I study. That's what I was telling
Holy
you.
Mokodo. No
It's not
cookie.
even Mokodo. That is part of the studying period.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then the issue was like, okay, when are we doing the test? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And it had come up earlier, but he just said no. Then I'm like, then what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Because without a test, it's not happening.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not just me. I know very many women that take months and months.
He came out and said, he would, or he doesn't support the fact that everyone should go for an HIV test, and more so when they are not sure that they're going to spend the rest of their life with this partner. So probably, maybe for him, he thought that he would keep on dressing up, like,
No, that is if he
putting
said
it
that,
on.
If he said that, that is the most reckless statement, and especially coming from a star. You know what I'm saying? Because people look up to you. There is an epidemic called HIV. Whether you like it or not, it's real.
Yeah.
Families have been affected by it, and Uganda is still affected by it. The government, especially the First Lady, has put so much into sensitizing the ABC, abstain. What don't we know? So you can't simply say it's okay, everybody sleep with each other, you don't need to test, and then just test your wife. But their wife, you'll still have to date her. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it's a reckless statement and maybe a defensive one on his part. But the truth is, it is so important for people to know each other's statuses, especially for me. I have too much to lose.
Okay.
I have too much to lose. My father's properties, there's a lot. So I can't afford to be reckless and just be like, oh, okay, guys, come, it's okay, we don't need tests. No, And even people who don't have that much to lose, your life is everything. So treasure your life, If a man doesn't want to do the test, guess what? Leave him. Others will allow him not to do the test. But it won't happen with me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you have quite a number of men who don't mind testing, but you have some of them that are very scared, and they, because the men know their stories, they know what they do. But still, you get past that fear and go and test each other. Forget excuses and lying to yourself. Just be responsible and have a responsible relationship. From the minute you agree that we're going to start dating, test. That doesn't mean you're going to start sleeping with each other. Just know that, okay, if you're going to invest feelings with each other, let's at least know that everybody's okay.
Because first and foremost, what I have to let people know, just adding a little on what she said, when you are going to make love, most times it might not be planned. Why do we have to plan making love when you are my partner? So that means if you start dating immediately and you go and test, that means anytime you decide to make love, you are sure of your partner. So that is one thing that I really want. Yeah, I really wanted to add on that. Anyway, are you dating now?
I am, but we are not publicizing Banange. No.
You see a celebrities in the industry or something like that?
Hey,
I'll be the same person to look for you.
Exactly.
Still.
When I'm ready to say, trust me, I'll come out and I'll say. But I'll be open with you. I've been having dates, and I've been accepting applications, and yeah. So I'm testing the waters here and there and studying the situation.
What does
that mean? Someone who I may date. What? What? I don't understand.
Someone at least among the applications that you're getting, among the many, are
there's
you?
One so far.
Okay,
there's one so far that it seems promising, but man,
I know.
You have to take a long time to understand these guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're in that studying period, dating, but studying each other.
Anyway, as we're winding up, what do you do in your free time?
Lately, during COVID,
yeah,
I'm really so blessed that for me, it gave me time to do music, promote my music, promote the Tona La Vida song, do videos. I have another song coming out with Kent and Flosso called Love Me.
Oh, I trust Kent and Floss, so they never disappoint on any collaboration that they do. Oh my God, I love you guys. Yeah,
they are amazing. They have magnificent voices.
They are very amazing.
No, I'm so excited too. So I've been doing a lot of videos, and pushing music, doing interviews. So it's given me time to get out of that business world of court. Business. This period has really, really helped me with my music. Yeah, and that's life. When a negative situation comes, look for the positive. Okay. And guess what? The music was the positive.
Okay. Oh my God, I wouldn't want her to live without giving us a cappella of Tornado, because that is my daily anthem. Oh my God, I love this song. But before we can go there, what do you look up in a man?
I look for somebody who's God-fearing,
somebody
who reasons, somebody who understands, somebody who is hardworking, somebody who just takes charge. You know what I'm saying? Because I hustle, and as a woman, sometimes you just want security. Somebody who you can also depend on, things are tight. Somebody who's obviously secure, who can help me. And also when they're down, somebody I can help. And most importantly, somebody who's not going to tell me, stop music. That's the reason I've been single on these streets for this long. Because these men will come with all their money and they'll be like, stop music, stop this, stop makeup, stop everything.
We want you to be a wife.
Just be there. Produce. It's not happening.
Oh, okay.
So that's no deal. So somebody who's understanding and who's ready to support me in what I want and in what I love to do, which is music.
And then when you hope to have kids?
Wow. I am so career driven, that right now that is not a priority for me.
Wow.
I know. I'm not. And the clock is not ticking. So I have time.
Okay.
Yeah, and at the moment it's not a priority.
Okay. So before we leave, any last remarks that you would love to tell your fans, anyone watching, your family, your boyfriend?
To my fans, I want to thank you so much, first of all, for subscribing and for watching the show. Thank you so much for loving me. Thank you so much for loving my brand, my music. Thank you for loving Tone Rabida. I thank you so much. I love you and expect more music from me 2020. I'm going to give you my all.
Okay, so she's going to give us a cappella of Tone Rabida, then I will sign out.
Today will be the date, my baby, Tone Rabida. My baby, don't forget. Changu Tone Rabida. Today will be the date My baby, te wera bira. My baby, don't forget. Changu tonera bira.
Wow, wow, wow. We see her sing very well. She has very, very amazing vocals, but she never dances. Why don't you dance in videos?
Girl, I do not like dancing.
You don't know how to dance. These are different things. You don't know how to dance, you don't like to dance.
I don't like to. I know how to dance, but I just don't like to. And being a musician who focuses
Shock
on
us
voices.
in one video, my darling.
I'm
Hey!
I would try here and there, but one dang. And if no one would love me, I'm trying a bit. I almost broke my hip, but I'm trying. In the new video, there's some moves with in the Love Me. There's a bit.
Because those guys are really, they're
energetic.
Yes, they're very energetic and they love dancing.
And
so
also
they
with
put
my
life
vocals.
to their videos.
Also with my powerful vocals. How do you go and perform with powerful vocals and dance?
I know.
So there's a way it's you have to choose vocals or dance. You can't do both. People that do both are usually entertainers, performers. Beyonce, you can do everything while I'm searching. But bring your Whitney and the Mariahs, the vocalists. Even
they choose one.
Yeah, you can't, because when I'm performing on stage and I'm singing the powerful songs, my legs even start shaking if I move.
But on video shoots, most artists, they don't really sing out to remove out the vocals, they just mime. So if it's time for video shooting, my love, why wouldn't you dance? Because you're not using these strong vocals.
But in the video shoots, I sing too. Like
you still sing?
I sing too, because I want to feel the song. I want to feel the vibe.
Okay.
Because if you mime, you don't really feel it. You don't really feel it. You know what I'm saying? And if you want it to come out better, for me, I sing it and give it. Yeah.
Last one, as a woman, as a girl, what do you love? What do you enjoy doing?
Oh my God, I love makeup. My mom is a beautician.
I know.
My mom is a beautician, so she's all about beauty. I do my facials, my pedicures, all the time. Forever.
Okay.
I don't ever miss. Facials once a month, pedicures and manicures every week.
Wow.
And I just love being beautiful. I just love, pampering myself. I love the hair. Oh my God. I get them flown in from the UK, from the US.
Wow.
I just love being a girl. Yeah.
And how do you spend your money, just in case? Besides that, because your mom is a beautician, so that means most times you don't spend a lot of money on that. Exactly. So where do you spend your money?
So mainly traveling.
Okay.
When I do shopping, because I travel to do shopping. And also on hair.
Okay.
A lot of my money goes on hair, traveling. And going out with friends. I love to take my friends out, my brothers, relatives. I'm just a giver. So I love taking people out, having a good time, chilling. It doesn't have to be in a club. It could be dinners, coffees, that kind of thing. Eh? Yeah, on friends, on relatives, on hair, on my makeup, and yeah.
Yes, that has been Angella Katatumba for you. I've really enjoyed time, all the time that I've been here with her. I hope you guys have really done the same. Click on that subscription button. You will have done me so well. So keep watching, keep enjoying more videos that will be coming up. Oh, even those ones that are there. You can leave a comment down in the comment section and tell us what you really loved about the interview, what you learned, what you didn't like, because of course even criticisms are always good because they motivate us to do something much better. But I love you so much, so much. I want to appreciate my camera guy, should I say his name. Okay, you see those camera guys, most of them, they don't like to say their names because something might be wrong and then they'll be like, Yanjo, get it. But he is a very good camera person here with us at Spark TV. He's called Chiwika. I love you so very much. So it is being the Stardom Lifestyle Show. I love you guys. Until next time, bye-bye.